Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the second installment of the MIW podcast. I've been waiting all week for this one. We've known we were going to do this one since literally 30 minutes after the Jack Lee episode. I think this one has the potential of topping last week's episode by a clear mile, because this week we have somebody on who has, I guess, sort of transcended MIW and became a legend in the EFED community as a whole. Certainly, depending on who you ask, could be the best of all time in the EFED community. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to spare you all the intros because I'm sure you're all jonesing to hear what he has to say. Welcome onto the podcast, the one who gets it done, the answer, Cody Omega. Cody, welcome on, man.
What's up? How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing? How have you been? We haven't heard from you.
No, I've been pretty quiet, man. Just laying low, taking it easy. Just relaxing. Yeah, just relaxing. What's up?
So, what do you say we get right into the questions?
Yeah, sure, man. Whatever you want.
Okay, I have to clarify this. We are going to be taking you guys' questions in the comments for Cody, but firstly, we have a couple that we want to get through here. So, as I started off with Jack Lee last week, how did you get started in EFED?
You know what, man? It was completely by accident. I was playing Xbox, and some guy added me there, joined this Facebook group, and then I did, and all of a sudden, a bunch of these Facebook groups started popping up. So I started adding them like crazy, just going to town on it, and I ended up somewhere that I had no idea that you had a video promo. That I'm not going to get into what company that is because you only watch that if you're a nerd and a chronic masturbator. But other than that, I could say that's other than that, it was completely by accident, man, that I landed here at MIW and was off to the races after that.
So when you joined that other place, let's not name them because we don't want to give them any publicity, but when you joined it, had you seen any EFED stuff before that, at all?
No, man, I was completely new to it. Never seen anything like that in my life. I didn't even know that stuff existed until that day, actually. And I started going through the Facebook group there, and it was like, wait a minute, this isn't an Xbox league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is totally not what I signed up for. And then the guy that owns it or whatever messaged me and told me what I had to do. And I was super, super nervous to even turn the camera on, man, to be completely honest. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that. And then I shot my first promo, and then it was just like everybody dug it, and it was just like I just said whatever I had to say, and people kept wanting to listen to it, I guess.
That's weird, hearing Cody Omega was nervous shooting a promo. Do you ever get like that anymore?
No. I was nervous for I'm gonna say it took me a little while to get nervous, but then as I was watching everybody else, it was like I can do this. You know what I mean? I can do it. And then I'd say for the first probably 3 weeks to a month, I was nervous. And then after that, my confidence level just got, as I was knocking people off and knocking them off, it was just like my confidence level went through the roof, right? And but as far as getting nervous now, no, I don't get nervous anymore. It just kind of comes natural. I don't really think what I'm going to say. It's just whatever I say on the camera just comes out.
Okay, so speaking of, what you're going to say now. Your nickname is The Answer, the one who gets it done.
Yeah.
When did that kind of come along? Did you know you were always The Answer, Cody Omega?
Well, when I started, I would say, like I said, when I started that other place, I kind of just sat back and watched a little bit because, I had, a month or so before they were going to actually bring me in. So I was just kind of, watching people, different things and all that. And I was like, I think I'm better than him. And I never even turned the camera on before. You know what I mean? It was just like, I think I'm better than you. So they were looking for a top guy, and I was like, well, you got your answer right here. You know what I mean? So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So then I started getting in deep water, I guess you would say, with different people. And they were kind of giving me guys that's been around for a while, and then I was knocking them off too. And that's where the one that gets it done came from, right?
Makes sense. We're gonna save that one for later, J-Yos. You'll see why. Okay, so when you started at that other place,
yeah,
when did you kind of discover MIW?
It's funny. I actually discovered that I had a feud with Jeremy King Chaos, actually, Jeremy was part of their group or whatever, and then they said that they're going to put me with Jeremy. We're going to do like, I think it was like a month, maybe 2 months. It's been so long, I forget how long exactly, but it was probably till this day one of my favorite feuds that I've ever had, man. Working with Jeremy is absolutely amazing. He's really good to work with, like good talk. You guys touched on that last week, but like he's so helpful. Any single person that watches this or watches MIW or just starting out or even been here in a month or two, if you got any questions at all, definitely hit up him or like yourself. You know what I mean, Mike? You've been doing this a while. You're guys like to really look up to, and same with Jack Lee. Jack Lee's awesome to work with as well. There's not really a bad like question here in MIW. Like everybody's kind of got an answer, kind of can just like put you in the direction of what you're looking for type deal.
We have a question here from Gay Ted. Gay Ted asks, "Sign my boobs, Cody, please. I'm your number one fan."
Okay. Yeah, I'll see what I can do there for you. I guess. There you go, my man.
All right, so I guess Jeremy's one of your influences, right? But who else is Cody Omega inspired by?
Like EFED wise?
Both professional wrestling and EFED.
I was always a fan of like different people, man. Like I was like a Roddy Piper type guy. I was like kind of like a Shawn Michaels back in the day type guy when he was like the Heartbreak Kid and like kind of like had like charisma, you know what I mean? And then like Roddy Piper would just like go off on a big rant and all that stuff. And it was just kind of like, they were kind of like my biggest influence, but like Jeremy just kind of got me to where I had to be. Like with that feud that I had over in that other place, man, like we did a lot of cool stuff. And like me and Jeremy became really good friends. I still talk to you guys and Jeremy like all the time, right? Like Jeremy became a really good friend of mine. And he's like, I'd say him too. Like, yeah, Jeremy's a pretty big influence, man.
Okay. Oh, God reigns here. All right. So from here, where you're sat right now, to Cody Omega back then, what do you think is the one thing that has changed the most with the character Cody Omega?
I would say he got incredibly more handsome over the last few months, I would say, hands down. But no, I don't know what I would say, man. Probably just keep swinging. Like I just never stopped. Like any person that like know yourself, like I would come on here and if somebody even uttered my name, even if I didn't have a feud with you, I just kind of went after you for no reason. And like that benefits you in a way, I guess. But like now it's kind of like looking back on it, it's like shut up and just focus on what's in front of you. And you don't need to be bouncing in everybody's business. You know what I mean? Like I would say just whatever the management gives you, just literally stay on track with that because it kind of gets a little too much when you get in everybody's shit. So just kind of like, I would say that, but that Cody back then probably wouldn't listen.
Yeah, you were getting your feet wet in the business, I guess, and you were going after everybody.
Every single person. Like, I didn't just walk in the door and expect to be going after the world champion, but, like, I definitely want the world champion to know that I was in the building.
Okay. One person, before I get into the next question, that you went after, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your first guy that you ever went after in MIW because he name-dropped you. And I'm sure you know who I'm about to mention.
Yeah.
Big Country. Tell us about that whole thing.
Big Country. Yeah. You know, let me tell you something. Big Country is Big Country. I've never met another person in my life that is Big Country for sure. But you know what, man? Like, I had a wicked time. I had so much fun with Big Country. Like, even me and him became good friends. You know what I mean? Like, I love Big Country. I think he's a riot. I made him shave his beard.
Oh God, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and he did it on live stream. Like, hey, you gotta take your hat off to a guy like that, man. Like, it was a hair versus beard match, and like my nerves were shot watching it. Like, I was just like, oh my God, because I was in like 2 weddings that year, and they were coming up, and I was like, I'm gonna be like Mr. Clean, right? And Big Country lost, and he did it. Like, no questions asked. Like, he just went at it. And
so you had no idea you were going to lose or win?
No, but I didn't have a clue what was going to happen. I was watching it just like everybody else was. I had no idea who was walking out of there. And then if you watch the match, like Big Country basically almost brought that briefcase down. And then I just saw I think I knocked him off, ran up and grabbed the last one to knock it in. Like he did all the grunt work. So thanks, Big Country, for making me win that match.
I'm sure you saw your hair flashing before your eyes a couple of times in that match.
I held it the whole time, right? It was like, well, my friend, we'll see you in a few months.
All right, so getting into the next question, adding on to that. I asked this to Jack Lee, but I guess I'll ask this to you. Top 5 feuds of all time that you've ever been involved in, 5 being the least and number 1 being the best.
Top 5 feuds that I've ever been in. 5 being my least?
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man, for me. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'll go number 1 down. How's that?
Sure.
Because, like, I can't really think of that like that. I would say my number 1 feud in MIW was definitely, I would say the Big Country thing, because it was so much fun. Like,
yeah.
I shaved his beard. So, like, you have to give him that. Jack Lee was fun for a little while. That was all right. It's hard for me to name them all, man, because like I've got so many people have come in front of me and gone that sometimes I forget who I even fought. Like, you know, I mean, I can't really narrow it down. I'd say I can only give you really 2, like, that I would say that's like really that stood out in my mind was that one.
We can go other places too if you want. Just name drop them if you want.
Oh, okay. Well, then Jeremy was up there too. Then I'd have to say, if we're doing it, it would be Big Country. That feud I had with Jeremy King Chaos for the like just getting my feet wet. Then it would be Jack Lee for that. I bitch slapped the shit out of this guy named Outlaw one time. And I'd have to say that little stint I had with Evan Jones, I guess.
In NEW?
Yeah, that was. I had a lot of fun doing that because like there's all kinds of stuff that went on behind the scenes there. But you know what? Like I said, like I honestly gotta say I have some respect for Evan. He showed up.
Yeah, we'll have more on that later, so make sure you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Stay tuned to that. Okay, so.
Yeah, you might not want to miss that one. Ask me that later.
All right, we'll get into a couple of questions here because I know a lot of people have them. We got 15 people in the room, so shout out to everybody watching. Rain Foster asks, who is a dream match or feud you would want to have if you haven't done it already, Cody?
It would probably be you or Corey Heck.
That's pretty cool.
I would say that would be you're the two people. I've worked with Corey, obviously, like we're in World's Most Wanted and stuff like that. And Corey's my boy, don't get me wrong, but like that would be one hell of a feud. That would have to be a couple of months. Same thing with you, like you couldn't just do that in a month and a match. You'd have to build like that'd be like 2-3 months of that.
We got 16 people here. God, everybody wants to hear what you have to say. Speaking of what you have to say, I just want to take a second. Where are you at right now? You haven't really been around for the last few weeks. What have you been up to?
You know what, man? I've just been relaxing, really. Like just taking it easy. Like I got 2 small kids, right? So like I kind of just been hanging out with them and just doing stuff around the house with them, man. Just because, like, as you can tell, like if you followed me since last February till like now, like I've been every single day, 3-4 promos in 3 different places, right? So like I put the work in for sure. So like I just wanted to spend a little time with them, and I work too. So like it's different, right?
Yeah, it definitely becomes a lot, and I don't work. All I do is sit here all day and do shit like this, and even I know how hard it can be to put out 3, 4, sometimes 5 promos a day, and I can't imagine with your schedule.
It is, man. Like I'm a full-time dad. I'm like I got a wife, you know what I mean? Like I said, I got 2 small kids. It's hard. It is hard, and like I guess I could say to people is like don't bite off more than you can chew. You know, like don't have to run in and join every single fed that comes up on your feed. You know what I mean? Like there's only a few, realistically, Mike. You know yourself. There's only a few worth to. You know what I mean?
Mm.
There's 100 of them out there, but like there's only like really 3 that's worth playing with.
Rain asks, sorry if this isn't allowed, but can we talk about Cody in Brian's EFED? I guess we'll drop the name Brian EFED. What all happened there? I mean, I guess we could talk about it a little bit, but this is kind of an MIW thing. So
just had like what I would just say is like we both kind of just had different opinions on how I was looking and what I was doing. I was putting out a lot of work there, and I kind of wasn't getting recognized for it. You know what I mean? To me, it was like I don't know, if you're not in the circle, you don't mean shit type deal, and that's not how I roll, man. Like there's guys out there like how we got in MIW. Like this place here is nothing but a fair shake. You know what I mean? Like Damian Gage is the world champion now, and he friggin' deserves it because like that guy in a short amount of time has pumped out a lot of good stuff. And like my hat's off to him too. Like he's doing great. It's good to see guys that are coming in and actually doing stuff.
And that's the thing that we said last week. If you're putting in the work here in MIW, you're gonna sooner or later win that world title. It just matters
100%.
if you're doing more, better quality stuff than the next guy. And sometimes it's not even about that. It's sometimes the story. So if you're thinking, oh shit, I'm intimidated by a Corey Heck or a Cody Omega or a Kill Switch or a Mike Storm or a Jack Lee, don't be. You know, we're all nice guys behind the scenes, I like to think, for most of the time.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's all about like all the thing. Like it doesn't matter if you're at the top or not. Like as long as you're putting the effort in, like that's where it goes a long way here. You know what I mean? Like if you show up and do your feud and all that, you don't have like even if you writing thing or whatever, as long as you're trying to do something, just don't stand back and expect to walk in the door and have something handed over to you. That's for sure.
Okay. Jack Lee asks your favorite guys to watch in MIW. I guess we'll go with top three or four or five.
My favorite guys to watch in MIW. It's everybody on the roster is pretty good, man. Like I've always been a fan of Jeremy, obviously. Like Watkins is my boy. I always watched his stuff. You know what I mean? Like you as well. There's not really a single like every single person that's on the roster that's on TV. Everybody's a good character in their own way. You know what I mean? It's hard to narrow down like who your favorite is. Obviously, my favorite's me. But yeah, like I enjoy everybody watching on MIW, man. Everybody's good.
That is true. I think your character is Matrix, right? Martin Lenz? Is that how you say it? Sorry if I just butchered your name. But he says, I worked with Cody Omega for a brief time in Freedub as the Resistance. I ultimately respect him. He is so good. So there's a comment from Matrix.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
What's your thoughts on NEW, Rob's Fed?
What's my thoughts on NEW? I was just there for a kind of a thing. Like Rob's doing what he can. You know what I mean? It's a good product for people that are in it. Rob does everything he can to make that a good show, and he's doing everything he can. Like Rob's on a whole different time difference than every one of us too as well, right? Like Rob's from Germany, so like he's going to work and putting the hours in. He's a full-time dad too, so my hat's off to him for being able to do as much as he can. It's a good product, man. It's really good. Now me, I'm not there. I just did that thing with Evan, but like they said, like I'm at the spot now where it's just I wouldn't be all over the place, but like New is a really good product. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it whatsoever. It's a good show.
All right. So question from Rain again. Worst match or feud you were ever in?
Mike, help me. What's that guy's name? What's his name that I had? Remember he looked like a rat?
Which one?
I was over that other place. I had a steel cage match for about 30 seconds. It was like...
I don't know his name.
Michael James, I think it is.
There we go.
That's it. That was the worst thing I've ever participated in my entire life. That was literally the most horrible match known to DFED world, and it's surprising that anybody could even put it on TV.
Yes, Arcanium Gaming HD is Rain. So there you go. Working Jack Lee comment, working with Cody from October to December was awesome. I talk to him in the DMs all the time, and he is he is the most humble man and deserving of the MIW world title. So there you go.
I appreciate that, Jack. Thanks, man. But stop making people think I'm a nice guy.
All right. Last thing, I guess, on HKW. And they're going to just drop their name shit. But,
yeah.
The Kingdom of Honor feud. The burial of Brian Mead. That promo that you did. just tearing him a new fucking asshole. What was the thought process behind that? What?
He pissed me off in the worst way. I found he took a bitch move and suckered me because we had a guy in World's Most Wanted who was basically the 6'9" of World's Most Wanted, right? Big, hard, ride with the boys until shit got sideways, and he flipped so fast it would make your head spin. But I was at a wedding, as I was just telling you earlier about, and like you know yourself, Mike, once my eyes see something, that's it, right? I'm not going to let that slide, right? So he waited for me to go out so I couldn't see it until the next day, so all his buddies would blow it all up and all this, that, and the other thing. And then I saw it, and like I just literally told him how I felt. I got screwed over there more times than you could shake a stick at. I don't really care if they hear it or not, but that's how it runs over there. That's how it'll always run over there. I got messed. I just felt like it was like he came at me hard. Like, well, I guess in his mind hard. I thought it was completely a joke. So I went and tore his head off, and I'm sure you can find that video somewhere.
It's still there. I was watching it to prepare for this.
Okay, good. I got to see that again. But like, I don't think I really said enough during that interview, man, or doing that promo. Like, I guess it's been so long now that like I don't really care if I see his name. Excuse me or whatever. But if I wouldn't go there if that was the last place on earth.
Okay, yeah, we're getting a lot of questions about this now, and I wanted to get into this as I guess sort of a topic. There's a lot of questions to go with it, but topic as a whole. AOH, how was that to do?
Oh man, I loved it. I honest to God, I loved it. And there was a point in time that I liked being a wrestler, man, because like I felt like at the time I did like not. There's so much you can do in an EFIT, don't get me wrong, but like I just felt like where I was there, I didn't have to prove anything to anybody about me anymore. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing left to prove. So like when I did the AOH, like I had so much fun doing it, and every other guys that I had for role players that were in there, I loved every second with you guys. It was so fun. Everybody was wicked. It was awesome, man. I really wish I could continue doing it, but sometimes life gets in the way, right?
Like I told you, AOH was fantastic, dude. The way you'd have these NPCs, but you'd build these NPCs where they came from the indies and you'd give them all backgrounds. That was just so refreshing. It's something that Jeremy used to do. So seeing that again, it was just great.
Yeah, like Tommy B and one of my buddies, Stuart Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
He was, I liked him too. Like, yeah, they're all NPCs, man. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes, like, you can make anybody come to life, right?
Do you miss AOH? Rain asks.
I do. I miss it a lot. I really do. I'm sorry that it was such a short time, and all the guys that I had on the roster continue doing it. It bothers me a lot that I can't continue to do it, to be honest. But I just can't. Not right now. Not saying that it's never ever going to come back or nothing like that. But as of right now, just not in the cards.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question of my own. What is your favorite match on AOH or feud? Match and feud.
I like the Damian Gage one going with Big Country. That was starting to pick up pretty quick. That and like him getting attacked in the back, which turned out to be like James Black came down and got in the mix of it all, and working with Lane too. Like Lane we had a pretty good one going. We had a pretty one in the works anyway, but like I'm not gonna say it now just in case I can spark that feud back up again. But there was a few, man. Like everybody, like I'd say too with the upper class and the War Machines was a good one too.
Okay. Who do you see from AOH that can make a huge impact on Total Domination from Jeremy?
I would say on AOH, besides Big Country, because Big Country was there, but I would say either Lane or Damian Gage. Justin Steed too. Justin Steed's a good worker too, man. Like,
yeah.
He puts a good lot of time in. He's a great guy too. He's a great guy to talk to him behind the scenes too. He's a good guy to talk to. Justin Steed, I'm telling you, man, any single person that came, there's so much you can do with them guys. So much. And they're all wicked to work with. You know what I mean? They're all wicked guys to work with. I never had one single problem with anybody I worked with.
They're all great, man. Like I said, here in MIW, we can get into the shit talking, but really all we're storytellers. We tell stories.
That's it. That's it. Don't take none of it personal. You know what I mean? Like, as you said, like you yourself, like I'm sure I've said stuff to people that would probably, if they wanted to see me in real life, they probably want to push my face off. But at the end of the day, you're signing yourself up for something. So if you can't take the heat, don't come in the kitchen, right?
Okay. Any more questions for Mr. Cody Omega? Okay, looks like I'll ask you one of my own. So, This is one that I had. How do you, I guess, go through the process of a Cody Omega promo? Does that just come naturally to you, or is there, you write something down or scripted or bullet points or anything?
I don't write nothing down, Mike. Out of every single promo that you've ever seen of Cody Omega, the thing written down or not like that. I can't. I was never good really for reading something and memorizing it. So all I do is I'd watch the feud I had. Like if you came on and said something about me, I'd watch it and be like, okay. And then by the time I get ready and the time I turn that camera on, once the camera comes on, it just flows right.
Damien Gage says, if you're ever in Florida, hit me up. There's a little room left in my hot tub for you.
I would rather be any other place in the world than Damien Gage's hot tub. But thank you for the offer.
Rain asks, do you ever regret not using me in AOH, Cody?
I used it a little bit, but I guess that was on you, Rain. That got nothing to do. I've lost sleep. Yes, I lost sleep. Whatever you want me to say, that I just, out of everything in the world that ever happened to me, that was the toughest thing to ever come my way.
Oh dear. Any future matchups or dream matches that you've ever thought of having?
Just the ones with you two, Corey Heck and you would be the only things that really came up into my mind that I'd want. I'd do another one with you. I really
another one for Jeremy.
I would have another match with Jeremy, yeah, but like I'm done now.
You're done?
No, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I won't be doing it anymore.
Shit, dude, that's crazy. So you're like announcing right now you're done. Full stop.
Yeah, I won't be doing no more.
No. Dude.
No.
Rain versus Cody would be a dream match in a way.
That would be your nightmare, Rain. Especially with the anime that you love so much. Yeah, it never ever happened. It never ever happened or came even close to happening. But like, yeah, it would have been fun, I guess.
In your wet dream, Rain.
What?
Damien Gage says, "In your wet dream, Rain."
Yeah. More or less, yeah.
Have we got any more questions for Cody at all? Oh god, he's talking about his anime now.
Oh my god, kick him out of here.
Alright, we're gonna take a few more questions. You're a huge Stuart Samuels fan, says Jeremy.
I am, yeah. Stuart's my boy. For sure. He has like just oozes charisma. But yeah, Stuart Samuels, yeah, he's wicked.
Yeah, I guess we can get into all of that. That's a good question for me. Let's talk about real wrestling. When did you first become a fan of pro wrestling?
I'd say it's probably like 8 or 9, maybe even 7, maybe. Like I used to watch, like I used to watch WrestleMania. It used to come on like VHS, if it was like say WrestleMania 1 right up to like 11 or whatever it was when I was there. And I used to just watch them, man, all day long. I couldn't get enough of it. I really couldn't. It was just, I just loved every minute of watching. Like, it's something to watch, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to ask next. Who's your favorite all-time wrestlers and your most hated wrestlers of all time?
I can't stand like John Cena.
Nobody can.
Like, if I seen him, I'd punch him in the face. Yeah, I can't do that. Like I was never, you know what I mean? Like I was like Like, I like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, when Shawn Michaels was, like, the Heartbreak Kid, and he'd be out trying to, like, kiss the guys' fucking women in the audience and shit like that, and get them all riled up. I used to love that. I'd say, yeah, Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold were definitely pretty big on me.
Damien Gage is being cheeky. He says that was, 10 years ago?
For a while.
When you were 9?
Oh, that's cute. I'll tell you how I really feel later on. How's that?
Ooh. Alright. Undertaker is the greatest of all time, says Damien Gage.
Yeah, when you're his age, you would think that.
Oh, good.
Probably the only one that he can remember because he's up there in age, right? He probably doesn't even know if he's got underwear on right now.
Oh, good. Fuck, I got a cough all week, dude. I'm sorry.
All right, 1 second.
All right.
1 second. Sorry about that. What's up, you fucking morons? Mike, how are you? Actually, don't answer that. I don't care. What's going on?
Well, we were doing a podcast before you got here, so do you want to take over?
Duh. I'm standing right here. But who's in the comments right now?
Damien Gage and Jay Yost, Rain Foster, Jeremy, Jack Lee. We've got them all.
Okay, Damien Gage, the guy that hasn't seen his dick since he was a baby. What's he saying?
He says that you were 9, 10 years ago.
9, yeah. What was he, 60? 9 years ago? Anyway.
We've got Jay Yost here.
The guy who looks like his breath smells like urine. That guy, yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, Mike, I don't know. You know him better than I do. Is it true that when his teacher asked what he wanted to be when he grew up, he said telephone?
What?
He said, I heard that Jay Yost, JJ, whatever he goes by today, that when the teacher asked him, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said, I'd like to be a telephone pole. Is that true?
Well, I'm not sure about that one. You'd have to ask him.
Yeah. Like, I got time for that.
We've got Jack Lee here.
Slapped him before.
You've done what? You slapped him?
A couple times. It's on video. You can watch it. It was the night that I left with my Undisputed Championship.
Okay, so speaking of the Undisputed title, where is it? You don't have it anymore. What happened?
You know, some would say I lost it to Damien Gage. I would think that I didn't at all, actually. Like, how could I put it? It's kind of one of those things, even the sun shines on a dog every now and then type day. I guess he most definitely, he knows it and I know it, that he do that.
Well, okay, so are you gonna go back after him in his title, or?
Waste of time. I would get charged for assault on a senior citizen. It's funny that I didn't get arrested.
Well, Jay Yost says to lock him up.
Yeah, if Jay Yost was a spice, he'd be floured, Mike. That guy is literally tasteless.
Well,
I haven't heard much about him. I really don't know. I have no idea. I mean, like, I've heard that like he set up pajamas around his neck and pretends it's a scarf. I've heard people, like, I'm on vacation, really. Like, I don't have to be around to watch anybody's shit because I really don't care. Not one watching to catch my attention, that's for sure. But, like, if you're going to try to dress like me, at least have the money to do it. You know what I mean? Like, Mike, I'm not going to waste time here. I only waste, like, Jay Yost. Is that what it is, Yost?
Yeah, it's his name, Jay Yost.
Yeah, it sounds like a shitty yogurt company, doesn't it? Like, try Jay Yost yogurt, where our only brand is almost cherry. Not fully, just almost.
Well, I mean, you know, you can't really say shit like that on the air.
Why is that?
Well, because we're...
Like, I don't know. Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you right now.
Could you mute us right quick?
Okay, we're muted.
Like, if you talk to me like that again, right? Do you know who the hell I am, Mike? I can
Well,
get your
you're
show
Cody.
shut up like that. Yeah, you're damn right. I'm Cody Omega. Eyes here. Hey, right there.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see you.
When this comes back on, don't talk to me like that again.
Okay.
Right?
I mean.
Yeah. Now, put it on.
Okay. It's on. It's on.
What up now? So I have to leave and come back for people to try to think of something to say here, because like the time is just ticking off here. Like,
So I
oh,
mean,
by the way, Mike.
What?
I'm gonna check my bank account by the time I get off this phone, and you better pray the money that you paid me to do this podcast is in there.
Well, I'm sure it will be, Cody. Okay.
I would like to think it is, but like I don't trust you at all. So I hope to God
Me?
that it's in there. Well, whose show is it, Mike?
It's my show. Why don't you trust me?
My show. Sure as hell isn't my show.
Why don't you trust me? I paid you. Okay. The money's there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Anyway,
this is a question interview. So I'm going to ask you some questions now. Would that be okay?
shoot. Go ahead.
Where have you been?
That is none of your business or concern, if you ask me. I could be anywhere. Like, do you guys need me to hold your hand so you can have a show or something like that? Is that what happens? I know, like, I'm not going to lie. Ratings probably since I left, right?
Well, you could argue that, yes, the ratings have gone down a little bit.
Very good. So now what they did was go out and find someone who literally has a pair of pajamas around his neck. It looks like a tablecloth. There's a place in his town that some little kid can't eat because he's got their tablecloth around his neck. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. I mean, if you don't know who I am, you most likely live under a rock, or in J.J. Yost's case, his grandmother's front room. So, like, literally, this is what comes in here when I leave. This is a disgrace. And the thing is, I just want to clear this up, that I was talking to the owner, Jeremy King Chaos. Yeah, he likes my scarf better, by the way. So.
Okay, I mean, I apologize for this, ladies and gentlemen. This is impromptu. I didn't know Cody Omega was going to be here.
Keep them coming, Mike. Starting to lose my heat here.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to say.
Down.
Everything you're saying, I'm shooting down. You're
okay,
shooting down.
Okay, I'll be better. I'll be better.
Okay,
go ahead.
Okay, so do you ever miss anything about MIW? The money, I would guess.
What?
The money, I would guess.
Oh, well, Mike, I got money coming in all day long. I'm not just a superstar. I'm literally an enterprise. I have money all the time. I made a fortune, and I was only the highest paid superstar to ever walk in the door. You're welcome. But yeah, I would say the money a little bit. Smacking around a bunch of jobbers in my free time. You know what I mean? I would say. And by the looks of it, there's a ton. But yeah, I would say that. I would definitely say the money. Other than that, I talk to my buddies, the world's most wanted, all the time. That's the only people that really matter. But yeah, the money, for sure.
Okay, so who outside of the world's most wanted have you been impressed with on MIW lately?
The sound guy.
The sound guy?
Yeah.
Do you know his name?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter
his name. No, I would say the sound man. The guy who makes the ropes tight. Yeah, everybody else but the roster, really. I would say. I don't like, all my boys are like world's most wanted, baby. You know what I mean? They're still killing it. Not surprised.
So, I guess you're gone from MIW now. Is that correct?
I am done with that. Not saying I won't just show up to the arena and hang out with my buddies. As far as going in the ring, no. And by the way, this is for that JJ Yost. If you ever see me in the arena, do me the biggest favor from here on out. Be a doll and hold the door open for me, you fucking moron. Can you do that? That's the only thing that you're literally capable of doing. I'm pretty sure someone in the arena, you might black out and piss yourself. So do us a favor and just stay out of my way and just open the door for me if you ever see me. Other than that, you can't do nothing for me. Next question, Michael.
Again, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is disgusting. I in no way condone this. But, okay. So now you're done with MIW. What are you doing? There's got to be something that you're doing.
I am on the beach constantly chilling. Me and the burb. You know what I mean? We're just out chilling. Basically doing whatever we want, really. Like, I fly around. You know what I mean? I take my yacht out. I don't know, stuff that you do when you're me, I guess.
Okay.
That's basically the only thing I can tell you, because like my personal life is none of your retards' business.
So, Mr. Cody Omega, you
Try
call
that again,
everybody.
Mike, I didn't like your tone there. Try that again.
Try what?
Say my name again.
Cody Omega, that's your name.
Do I have to put the thing on mute again, Mike? We were just through this. We just went through it. Say it with some tone this time, please. What is my name?
Cody Omega.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, Cody Omega.
Not bad.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane. This is insanity.
Come on, Mike.
Can we... Okay. So what do you think of Damian Gage?
I don't think about him at all, to be completely honest with you. I think he's a fucking moron. Probably one of the biggest ones. Definitely the oldest moron I've ever seen. He already knows how I feel about him. Like, I did tell him, like, he had to go out and purchase a frigging hot tub because he couldn't fit in one that was built in the house, like a normal-sized tub that the whole world can fit in, but him. He had to go out and buy a hot tub. Yeah, disgusting. Ugh.
Okay, so, your go-to insult, I guess, is calling everybody a moron. Where did that come from?
It's just... Look around the roster, Mike. Jesus, you've been around long time, haven't you? Just look at the list. Look at the friggin' list. Like, every single one of them on there. Like, the list goes on and on and on, Mike, of how many dummies, how many morons, how many idiots. You name it. It's flooded. It's absolutely flooded. And now, apparently, this virus going around, it's going to be filled with more dummies. More. It's like a bunch of rats. You know what I mean? That's another reason why. Do you know how much hand sanitizer I used to have to lather myself in after fighting all these morons here in MIW? Tons.
So you're not a fan of the MIW roster then?
I never was, ever, a fan of any single person here besides myself. Like my world's most wanted buddies, don't get me wrong, like King Walk and Hollywood Walk and like Jay Fatal, Rob Roman, Corey Heck. Them guys there. Now that's where I was talking about. Other than that, you do all right.
Okay, so Cody, if I'm allowed, can we show you some pictures here on the podcast and get you to react to the pictures?
You know what, Mike? I like the way that you asked me, so yes.
Okay, thank you, Cody. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks.
Here we go. Okay, here's your first picture. I want you to sound off the first thing that comes to mind, okay?
Black screen.
Clever. Okay, this one.
Just for Evan. Yeah, that is booming, by the way. You can get them at your local Walmart. Actually, they're probably sold out by now. But yeah, that is when I was fighting that idiot Evan Jones out in front of my jet there. It was a nice day. And I got a bottle of Just for Evan to show him because he has a receding hairline. That's absolutely terrible.
So what does Just for Evan do?
That basically makes your hair grow back. Like if anywhere you want. You got to be careful where you shove that stuff, though. You can't just put it everywhere because, like, obviously it's meant to make the hair grow. Yeah, Evan's hair starts back here. When it starts, like everybody else starts in the front, like Evan's, it's in the back. It's terrible. His hairdresser should be sued.
Okay. So last time you mentioned Just for Evan, you said that it was being tested. You didn't know if it worked properly yet. Has it been confirmed to work?
Yeah, it's still kind of got the bugs. You know what I mean? People buy it. But yeah, as far as I know, I got great feedback. Like I just hopefully one day I could see Evan now, and hopefully he was better than the last time I seen him.
Have you talked to Evan?
Do I talk to Evan?
Yeah.
No, I would rather like talk to a wall than have to literally speak a lick of English to that man ever again.
Okay. Well, here is your second photo, Mr. Cody Omega.
Okay, hit me. Extremely, extremely stupid comes to mind. That is the dumbest idea I have ever seen. Wasn't into it from the get-go. It's basically like if you had a child brain and with an imagination to think that grown people would want to see someone with a lantern that could turn back time. It's literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. If anybody out there who doesn't know that story, I'm jealous of you for not knowing it.
Okay, so that's all you have to say about the lantern then?
Basically, I think I summed it up there, Mike. It's a stupid looking photo and it's a dumb lantern. What else do you want me to say? Are you looking for something else, or?
Well,
it's dark out. It's dark there. And the light was just on me. It was a great moment.
Okay. Well, last photo, Cody. Are you falling asleep?
No, I'm not, Mike. Don't interrupt me ever when I'm doing anything. Go ahead.
Here's your last photo.
First thing that comes to mind is extremely handsome. I would say that is probably one of the best pictures I've ever had of myself. That was the night that I absolutely destroyed the legend that we have here as Jack Lee and beat the shit out of him, by the way, and left with my undisputed championship.
So
I just want to say that crowd was the worst smelling crowd that I've ever had to be in for my whole career.
Do you even remember where you were?
It was terrible. What's that?
Do you even remember where you were on this night?
It doesn't matter. Look at this. Look at the crowd. It looks like a friggin' big country backyard party. It's absolutely disgusting. Ugh. Where was that? Do you know?
I don't know.
Good for you. Ugh.
All right, so that's the last of the pictures.
Anyway, that was a great day. I was the undisputed champion for a long time, and like basically, I still think I still am.
You lost it to Damian Gage.
Mike, it's the glass half full or half empty type deal, right? It's nothing like that at all. It's whatever.
Well, no, you got pinned in the middle of the ring.
No, Mike.
What?
Shut up. I didn't.
Well, I'm just reporting facts.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. That's not how I remembered it, and all that matters is how I remembered it.
How did you remember it then? What happened?
I was leaving for a little vacation, and I had too much luggage, and I couldn't take that with me, so they gave it to the first idiot that walked past us, which just so happened to be Damian Gage. Probably one of the biggest, if not oldest, jobbers to ever do this.
Well, Rain says
they have another young guy coming up, that Jay Yost, that shitty yogurt.
Okay, well, Rain says you had help from Rob. Stop lying.
I had help from Rob. Yeah. Listen, Rain, isn't there like a Comic-Con convention or something you should be whacking off to right now? Don't be worried about what I did and what happened that night. Okay? Honest to God, isn't there like a pop or a slice of pizza you have to be attending right now? Anything at all besides being in here. Mike, what did I tell you about kicking him early? How come you haven't done that yet?
You didn't ask me to kick him.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You didn't.
Be with me, Mike. Be with me. Be with me. Okay? We're a team right now. You and I are one. One. So whatever I'm thinking, you should just assume it. Kick Rain.
Okay, I will kick Rain.
I'm just ending this completely. One more comment from Rain.
Okay, well, I can't really kick Rain. I don't have any control here outside of this.
You figure it out.
Okay, can somebody get rid of Rain, please, before this whole thing blows up? I don't want it to end.
Yeah, I don't like computers, so somebody figure it out.
Okay, well, we're going back to the main screen. Okay.
There you are.
What?
I said there you are.
Yes, I'm here. There are you as well.
I am right here in the flesh, baby.
You really love yourself.
Understatement, Mike. Understatement. I'm basically built like God owed me a favor.
Okay.
You're
Well,
welcome.
okay, so I'm sure you want to talk about this because they are your friends, the world's most wanted.
That's right. That's right. World's most wanted.
How did that come about?
I don't know. Everything. We're the best what? Best faction to ever do it. Everyone's like ranked 20 out of 10. Yeah. So yeah, we're basically, I don't know. It's hard to keep track of like every single jobber that we beat. When you basically have a rocket just strapped onto you, it's hard to look back, Mike, and see yourself getting elevated to the top when you are literally world's most wanted. You have myself, duh. You have Hollywood Watkins, Rob Roman, Corey Heck, and Jay Fatal.
So are those the only friends that you have in the world, or?
The only friends that you guys have to know about. You know what I mean? I got a few celebrity friends. You know what I mean? No big deal. Oh, I don't know. Should I just mention Floyd Mayweather? Does that mean anything to you? Yeah. Guess what? I brushed my teeth in his bathroom. Did you do that?
No, I've never done that.
Guarantee you didn't. Yeah. He likes Blue XL gum, by the way.
Okay. Well, can we all point out just how ugly Cody Omega is? Jesus Christ, I've never seen someone uglier in my life. From Gunshot. That wasn't from me.
Who was that to?
Gunshot.
Gunshot.
Yeah.
That's cute. He probably looks like he took a gunshot to the face. Get real. Fucking dummy. That's the stupidest thing. Like, anyway, not enough time in the day to talk about my looks there, bud. Honest to God, that's the guy. You know what? I heard about him. I heard his shadow was pissed off that I even had to hang out with him.
Where do you come up with this stuff? Is this just off the top of your head, these insults?
I guess, Mike. I just treat people accordingly. You know what I mean? Like, by the way, I love your hair. Keep it forever.
My hair?
Yeah. Really like it.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah. So what do you do how do you style your hair? Do you just wet it and go stand out in the wind? Actually, you know what, Mike? Keep your secrets to yourself. It's better off that way. Magicians don't tell their tricks, right? Go ahead. Next question.
This is throwing me way off of whack. I'm sorry if the flow of this podcast is...
No need to apologize for stupidity, Mike.
Okay, do you see any cracks in the world's most wanted?
Not one. We are welded together. Some people might be like, oh, they're arguing. Yeah, brothers fight, man. Shit happens. Do we see eye to eye all the time? No. But you know what? When we all sit down and actually think about it, it's like, you know what? You're right, buddy. And we think of a way. We might tweak things here and there. Shit happens. Like, you have to. But for the most part, no. Any person out there that thinks that there's a crack in World's Most Wanted, they're just trying to see what they want. That's all that is. Just pure jealousy, and that's it.
Okay, so speaking of the World's Most Wanted, I was going to ask you before you started mouthing off about my hair, how did you get into the World's Most Wanted?
Well, how I started getting into the World's Most Wanted is I was at another place, which I will try to remain nameless, Mike, if you can do that this time. And what happened was we got paired up, and it was originally just supposed to be me and Hollywood Watkins are basically the only people who in the world were World's Most Wanted. We had two other absolute jobbers. I don't know, maybe bag lickers, I'd call them, in our group as well, just to be like, try to eavesdrop so other people can hear what we're doing. It didn't really work out, but it was me and Hollywood Watkins were really good friends off the start there. And we kind of just said, we're better than every other person. Like, we're amazing and you're not type deal. And that's how World's Most Wanted became. And then we got our buddy, Rob Roman was in there, Jay Fatal, and then Corey Heck, and the rest is history. Gold. We're just basically a gold factory. That's all basically I could say. Anything that we say out of our mouth is just literally pure gold. It's like nothing but diamonds, rubies, you name it. Every time we open our mouth. Next question.
Okay, so let's talk about the guys from the World's Most Wanted, starting from I guess Hollywood Watkins, he was the first one in with you.
Yep.
What do you think of him?
I think he's fantastic. That man is an absolute workhorse, man. He deserves everything he has come his way. And I'm really proud of where he came from, how he started off and where he's at now. He came along like a long way. Definitely. He's great. Really good guy to party with, too, but we'll leave that for after the talk, Mike.
Okay, so what do you think about his NEW World Title reign in a minute?
I think it's great. I think he deserves it. He's definitely someone you want to keep an eye on over there. He deserves that goal. Like I said, he put his time in. He always carried out everything he had to do. He always bitch slapped whoever was in front of him. Now he's the world champion.
Okay, makes sense. Here's a question for Cody. Cody O'Mac. Do we really have to talk about this? Oh my God. What
It's
do you think?
1,000. It's over 1,000. If that's what you're asking, it's over 1,000.
What's over 1,000?
People, are you talking about women I slept with?
No, we're not. No.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the question.
I really don't want. I guess we have to answer this. Jeremy's texting me. He's saying I have to ask you this. What do you think about Mike Storm ending the career of Killswitch?
I think you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot?
I honest to God think that, like, now tomorrow when you wake up, it's not going to be that Shawn Michaels kicking Ric Flair, I love you shit. What did you, like, look at yourself, Mike?
Yes.
After this is over, I want you to look yourself in the mirror.
Okay, I'm looking at myself in the camera right now.
15 minutes. What's that?
I'm looking at myself right here.
No, it doesn't do justice. You got to stand in front of a mirror and maybe run the water. Make it intense.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to be right back, Cody. You could take over, okay?
Not right now. I said when you're done. Trust me. If I took over this show, it would already be better than you.
Well,
so
I have
ahead.
to, okay? So hold on.
So what do you want me to
Okay, Cody.
Are you back there, Mike? Can't see you, buddy. Did you look in the mirror?
Yes, I had to go and take a break.
Okay. Mike, it stays between us.
Do you want me to mute it again?
Problem? You still got that bladder problem?
What?
You still got that bladder problem between me and you. Did you have to pee? I got you, buddy. I won't tell a soul.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, gentlemen. I had to go and take a break. I don't know what happened with the audio. I guess Cody got cut off for the entirety of that. What were you saying during that?
Nothing. I was saying how much I enjoyed the podcast.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank me?
Yeah, you should thank yourself. It was your idea.
First time I've ever heard you say anything nice.
Come on, Mike. I'm sure you heard a few things before. I'm a nice guy. Look. Okay. See that thing there? Oh. You're under my wing, bud.
I see you have a tattoo right here.
Yeah, I got two of them.
What are they?
That's a crown. And that's a set of brass knuckles.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Right. Why, you like them?
Yeah, I mean, they're cool.
You're damn right they're cool.
Alright. So, I guess we're going to get back into questions for Cody Omega. So, does anybody have anything that you want to ask Cody?
Now's the time, losers.
Because he's done after tonight. He ain't coming back on here.
I am done. I would rather be anybody else or any place else, than being in front of any single one of you dummies. That's for sure.
Noah is interested in your fighting background.
My fighting background?
Yes.
What does he want to know?
I guess where you started on it.
Like being a wrestler or fighting?
Both. I guess we could talk about both.
Well, I started wrestling, I think it was about 6 years ago. There's a school in New York. I went over there. I started going to a gym there. It was actually really good start for me. And then I went down to Japan, and I started getting into deathmatch wrestling. That's when my, I guess my blood streak and my viciousness, I guess, really came oozing out. Some say I go too far.
Canadian werewolf.
Canadian werewolf. That's right. I'm the East Coast Predator. The list goes on and on. But yeah, I would say that's when I started there. As far as fighting wise, like street fighting wise, I guess when you're good at something, Mike, you make sure everybody else knows that you're good at it, right? You know what I mean? So I started doing that at a very young age, and never looked back since. I guess you don't get a set of brass knuckles on your hand if you never been in a fight before.
Okay. A question
Glad
for
to see
Cody.
Noah's still around. That's what. You know what? I got a question for Noah.
Okay.
If you can type there. Noah, have you lost your virginity yet?
Well, I don't think that's any of your business. Why do you care?
Shh. This is between me and Noah. Make sure you drop the comment there, Noah, because every single person is dying to know. And how much did she charge an hour? Next question, Mike.
We're going to get kicked off the air. You know this.
I know people, Mike. You'll be all right.
Okay, well, I hope.
Especially because it's me.
I hope. Okay.
Like I said, you're under the wing, baby.
Can Cody please watch some K-On! It'll cleanse his soul from Rain, which I guess is an anime.
Oh, right on. Rain, if you could just go up, probably in your mother's cabinet underneath the kitchen. I assume you live at home with your mother. Why don't you just find a big bottle of Javex and down it, and then call us back tomorrow and see how that fared out for you. Can you do that? Thanks. Fucking stupid. By the way, has no one figured out how to kick Rain off yet? Like, this is absolutely unreal. And Mike, are you in the bathroom again?
What's up?
Did you use the bathroom again?
Can you stop bringing that up? If you're gonna bring that up, can you at least tell me to turn it off first?
Okay, Mike, I'm gonna bring it up.
What did you say about Rain? You got him all upset.
I told him. I said, since I'm assuming he lives in his mother's house, I'm gonna talk slow so you can understand this time. Since you live in your mother's, why don't you go to the kitchen cabinet, open it up, find the biggest bottle of Javex. It probably has a child lock on it, Rain. So push the cap down and turn it and drink it. And then call us back tomorrow.
I'm literally seeing the FCC flash before my eyes right now.
It's probably just getting lost in my stunning good looks, Mike. It happens to everybody.
Okay, well, Mr. Cody. What do I call you? Mr. Omega? Cody?
It all sounds good. Just make sure you say it like you mean it.
Okay. Mr. Cody Omega. Do you think that Jay Fatal is the next world champion in MIW?
100%. Jay Fatal could be any single champion on that roster. I think it's Fatal 5 titles, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he can. I think Jay could definitely hold them all at once. Tag champion himself. Like he can do it all, man. Fatal can literally do it all. Have you seen the ladies he gets?
Cody Omega.
Something to look at, Mike.
This is from your friend Hollywood Watkins. This one's gonna be nice, I'm sure. Cody Omega, the best damn wrestler on God's green earth.
Pretty accurate, if you ask me. I don't think he even tried to sugarcoat it in the very least bit. I think that's pretty accurate, and I'm really happy that he thinks that way. I'm sure the whole world thinks that, and if not, they're morons.
Do you think everybody is a moron?
Basically.
Am I a moron?
No, Mike. Out of all the people in the world, I think you're not a moron.
This is getting hard, Jeremy. This is getting hard. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I think it's easy. I think it's great. I think this is great. I'm having a really good time.
You're having a good time?
Very.
Well, I'm glad we could
time.
accommodate you, you know?
No, for sure. Like, it could have been a little better, but
What
it's not bad for you.
do you mean a little bit better? What could we have done?
Don't worry, Mike. Like I said, it's good enough for you.
No, you have your own private booth. Private.
I do, yep.
You have your own dining.
That is true.
Your own wine.
Yep.
What more could we have done for you? Seriously. You want to do this on a private jet? Like what?
No, because definitely people don't have access to that. I would say the only thing that could make this better is Rain Foster, Damian Gage, Jay Yost, Shitty Yogurt, almost Cherry, wasn't here. Noah Youngblood, who still hasn't answered if he lost his virginity yet, wasn't here. That would make it better.
Okay, another question from Jay Fatal. He asks, I know Cody hates everyone and every audience he's performed for, but if you had to choose a venue, what event would it be?
I would choose anywhere in Japan, or I would say Edmonton's a good place.
Where are you living right now? Japan?
I am currently in Japan right now, Mike. You
Are
know
you
what?
enjoying it?
Since it's you, I'll leak that out. I'm currently in Japan right now, and I'm just loving life. I have a lot of yen. You know what I mean? You name it. I have a ton of money everywhere.
Do we really gunshot? Please, I know you're trying to help. Please, I can't take any more of these.
What now?
Here's a question. Do I have to Here's a question for Cody Omega. Does he know that Mike Storm is better than him?
Very, very, very stupid question. That was dumber than the last one. I'm not. You know what, Mike? Do I really have to get into that? Do you want me to answer it honestly, Mike? Do you want me to
Yes,
answer it honestly, or do you
answer
want
it
me to lie?
honestly.
So, do I think Mike Storm is better than me? At what? At what? Wrestling? No. Talking? No. Hell, you couldn't even beat me in a game of cricket, Mike. Okay, so the only thing that you could do better than me, I would say probably be boring. That would probably be the only thing I could say. Like, other than that, yeah, you're better than me at being boring. Good for Mike Storm. That's a stupid question. That was the dumbest thing I've heard all night. That JJ Yost was here. Another fucking dummy.
Okay, you want me to ask you a nice question now?
I think they were all nice, weren't they? Except for that dummy. Go ahead.
Where did you get your scarf?
Where did I get my scarf?
Yes.
That's the question. Well, it's a Burberry scarf, for one. Very, very expensive, by the way. This scarf alone, Mike, this scarf alone is worth probably more than everything in your house right now, including the house. Okay? This is not a cheap scarf. It's not like JJ Yost's fucking dining room tablecloth or his little glasses or whatever it is that he's trying to wear. No, I wear name brand, Mike. Like I said, everything that JJ Yost has is cheap, including his women. So as far as that goes, like, I got my scarf at a very, very expensive store. Why don't you just Google it? Burberry. You'll find them. Will you afford one? Highly doubt it, but you can look.
Cody needs a Snickers. He does need a Snickers. I do agree, Rain.
I don't eat that chocolate. You think you get a figure like this by eating chocolate? Like I said, Rain's one to talk. He's up in his mother's attic right now, probably eating a shitload of chocolate, has a little bowl of popcorn, and whacking off to anime. Another guy hasn't lost his virginity. You know what? You would know a Youngblood should. I'll pay for it. How's that?
They should have what?
Maybe Noah Youngblood and Rain should go night on the town with each other. I'll pay for it. Maybe at least, you know what? I'll make $1,000 bet that not one of them gets laid.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no, this is just getting worse. I think if you didn't like the question before, you're about to despise it. What are you doing?
That is CBD oil. That helps my body recover, Mike.
You're gonna blow up all the equipment.
My body is a temple, okay, and I have to at least have 7 or 8 puffs of that a day to restore my system. So, do I ask why you sleep with a bottle of Vaseline and a sock, Mike, next to your bed?
I don't. No. Where did you get this from?
Don't ask me why I have that.
Okay, so if you didn't like the question before about me being better than you, you're not gonna like this one. This is from JJ Yost, so you're aware.
Oh God, I automatically already don't like it. But go ahead.
Here's a question for Cody Omega. Does he know that I can kick his ass? Here we go.
Yeah. You know what, JJ? If you have a dream about beating me, just wake up tomorrow and apologize. I mean, you couldn't beat a wet paper bag. I mean, like I said earlier, where do you live at? Your grandmother's front room? Is that where you live at? Get lost, JJ. You know what? I'm often even hate to duplicate it, JJ. You can put a little bed sheet around your neck, a pair of pajamas, whatever that is that you're trying to do with your little goatee there. Yeah, right on. Anyway, JJ Yost is a fucking mark. That's all JJ Yost is.
So I guess that went down well in Cody Omega's world. Another question for Cody.
Hold on. JJ, do me a favor. I know you got probably, I don't know, as many teeth as you have brain cells. Why don't you do me a favor and have a water break? And when I mean have a water break, go fetch me my fucking... Fuck off. Stupid. I mean, where did Jeremy find this guy? Where did he win him off a raffle ticket? Fuck. Like I said, Mike, it's filtered with rats. The stupid disease brings them all to your house. Not my house, but probably yours.
You have a big house?
Do I have a big house? I have multiple houses, Mike. Multiple.
Are they all big?
Every single one of them.
Okay. I mean, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Another question for Cody Omega. Does he make shit up in his head and think it's true?
I am the most realist person you've ever come across on the face of the earth. I have never once lied to you guys at all, you fellas. I haven't lied to you. Everything that comes out of my mouth is honest. I'm not a liar. I am many things. A good wrestler. I don't know, the best of all time. Understatement. But I'm not a liar.
Good. At least I made the IC belt look more important than you ever would, Cody Omega.
And what jobber is that?
That's from Rain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He made it good for what, a week? I don't even classify him as an Intercontinental Champion. You might as well just be like the other dummies and just go make yourself a belt and think you're something. You didn't do nothing to that belt, Rain. Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Okay, well, we're running out of time here. So, is there anything that you would like to bring up at all?
I would like to tell everybody from the bottom of my heart, whoever watched me over the last, I don't know, year, from the bottom of my heart, I will not miss a single fucking one of you. Not one. I don't ever will think about, ever for the rest of my entire life, one single person that I've ever come in contact with, including yourself, Mike, that I will ever think about for the rest of my life. I'm completely done with you morons. You will never see me in the ring again. That, which is absolutely probably devastating. I know what, everyone should be on suicide watch for the rest of the night now, because you know that people take that well. Mom, I need help in the bathtub. The toast reach it. Shut up. You guys aren't worthy of my time anymore. I mean, you have a knockoff. You got JJ Yo, like, what? This place used to be able to be like, this is where the Giants were the big boys played. Now you have fucking dummies like him coming in here who just had, I'm pretty sure, his first match I heard tonight, and wants me? Listen, Mike, you're looking at one person and you're looking at the man. I'm the man. You know it. I know it. And every single person here knows it. But other than that, Mike, you're welcome for the ratings. Probably going to have a ton of people watching this. You're welcome. And by the way, don't think I forgot about checking to see if I got my payment, because it'd be the first thing I do after I get off this. Okay?
Well, it's already done now. There's nothing I could cancel your payment.
Buddy, I can cancel your whole show. I can cancel. You'll never have another podcast for as long as you breathe that disgusting air. Your choice, Mike. Ball's in your court.
Okay, well, we're gonna pay you. There is a contract that says you will be paid. Okay, you're gonna get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay. So where do we go from here, Mike? How do you wrap this shit up?
I guess you want to wrap it up?
Thank you for tuning in to the first time ever Mike Storm's podcast was worth watching. From here on out, it will probably never, ever, ever get this many views, and you're welcome for having me on the show. We done here, Mike?
Yes, we're done here. You finished?
No more jobber questions, right? Correct?
No more.
You know what, Mike? That's for you. Take that wing with you in case you miss me later, okay?
Okay, I'll see you later, Cody.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay.
Have yourself a good night, Cody.
Always do.
Great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up the second edition of the MIW podcast. Next week, we're going to have Lucian Gage on the podcast.
Whoa!
Really?
Oh, sorry, Mike. Didn't see you there.
Okay, yes. Lucian Gage is on the podcast next week for episode 3. If you guys did enjoy this one, make sure you leave a like on it. subscribe to the MIW channel, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 3. See you all later.
Welcome.
Peace.